Hey guys, Darkable here again, back at it with another quest. This time we're going to be doing Murder Mystery. This is another simple early days quest that doesn't really have much impact on lore. It's standalone, just like a classic little murder mystery type thing, and apparently it's randomized for every player, so you can't just simply follow a guide and blindly. You have to at least know something about what's going on, so that's interesting. Right, let's get started. What's going on here? Oh, it's terrible. Lord Sinclair has been murdered and we don't have any clues as to who or why. We're totally baffled. If you can help us, we'll be very grateful. Sure, I'll help. Thanks a lot. What should I be doing to help? Look around and investigate who might be responsible. The Sarge said every murder leaves clues to who done it, but frankly, we're out of our depth here. So, I want to go inside. Go to the crime scene. And then that doesn't seem sturdy enough to have killed Lord Sinclair. The pungent pot too. Seems like Lord Sinclair was drinking from this before he died. And then we should also check on the smash window. The thread seems to have been caught on a loose nail on the window. You take the thread. And here, you can tell that it's red thread. So in that case, we're supposed to go to the barrels belonging to Bob. Wonder if I could talk to people for lore here. I'm going to help the guards with their investigation. How can I help? Who do you think is responsible? Well, in my considered opinion, it must be David. The man is nothing more than a bully, and I happen to know that poor Lord Sinclair and David had a massive argument in the living room about the way he treats the staff the other day. I did not intend to overhear their conversation, but they were shouting so loudly I cannot help but overhear it. They evidently used the words, "I am going to kill you" as well. I think he should be the prime suspect. He has a nasty temper, that one. I don't think it necessarily matters who you talk to. Let's see what David has to say. And make this quick. I have better things to do than be interrogated by half-wits all day. Who do you think was responsible? I don't really know or care. Frankly, the old man deserved to die. There was a suspicious red-headed man who came to the house the other day selling poison, now that I think about it. Last I saw, he was headed toward the tavern in the Sears village. Ooh, gathering some clues, aren't we now? Anyway, I'm just gonna... I don't want to be here all day. I'm supposed to look in Bob's barrel. Something shiny hidden at the bottom. Take Bob's silver cup. And we're supposed to go to Carol's barrel. I don't know why every person in this house has a barrel. Something shiny hidden at the bottom. You take Carol's silver bottle. Why do they have silver items? Who knows? Then we go to the gardener's shed in the very northwest. Click your pathfinding. Who's Stanford and what does he want? Try to help the guards with their investigation. Blah blah blah. So I need to take 3 fly papers from these sacks. Yes. And then we fill the empty pots from a barrel of flour in the kitchen. Gee whiz, who needs to go grind their own flour in Lumbridge when you can just take it from here? Okay. And then we use an empty pot on the dagger. And then we use the fly paper on that dagger. Now we have the murderer's fingerprints. And we do the same thing for these. And do we just use these on each other? These don't seem to be the same. I guess that clears Bob of the crime. You destroy the useless fingerprint. And then Carol's. They're an exact match. I believe whenever I did this on OSRS it was Bob. And there's no way to remember what it was on my main. Okay, now we go to gossip. Wait, why is this activated? Why is this named Gossip? I'm investigating the murder up in the Sinclair place. Murder, is it? Well, I'm not really surprised. Can you tell me about the Sinclairs? Well, what do you want to know? Tell me about Lord Sinclair. Oh, Lord Sinclair was a great man with a lot of respect in these parts. More than his worthless children have, anyway. His children? They have something to gain by his death? Yes, you could say that. Not that I want to gossip. Okay, can you, take me back to the root of the dialogue tree instead of exiting me out? Why did the Sinclairs live so far from town? They used to live in the big castle, but old Lord Sinclair gave it up so that those strange knights could live there instead. So the king built him a new house to the north. It's more cramped than his old place, but he seemed to like it. His children were furious at him for doing it, though. Yeah, okay. Can you tell me about his sons? His sons, eh? Well, they all have their own skeletons in their cupboards. You'll have to be more specific. Who are you interested in exactly? Oh my gosh, do I really have to do this for every single... Tell me about Bob. Bob is an odd character indeed. Not one to gossip, but I heard Bob is addicted to tea. He can't make it through a day without having at least 20 cups. You might not think that's such a big thing, but he has spent thousands of gold to feed his habit. At one point he stole a lot of silverware from the kitchen and pawned it just so he could afford to buy his daily tea allowance. If his father ever found out, he would be so much trouble he might even get disowned. Okay, I'm not doing that for every single person. Maybe something can be told about his daughter. Tell me about Carol. Oh, Carol, she is such a fool. You didn't hear this from me, but I heard long ago. She was conned out of a lot of money by a traveling salesman who sold her a box full of beans by telling her they were magic. But they weren't. She sold some rare books from the library to cover her debts, but her father would be incredibly annoyed if he ever found out. He might even throw her out of the house. Wow. Who do you think was responsible? Well, I guess it could have been an intruder, but with that big guard dog of theirs, I seriously doubt it. I suspect it was someone closer to home. Especially as I heard that the poison salesman in the Sears village has made a big sale to one of the family the other day. I think the butler did it. And I think you've been reading too many cheap detective novels. Hobbs is kind of uptight, but his loyalty to Lord Sinclair is beyond question. I love that. Okay, I think let's go to this poison salesman in Sears village. I might as well just TP there. Tutti van Stewie Farsight. What the heck is that? I'm not exactly sure where he is. Oh, it's the bar. I'm investigating the murder at the Sinclair house. There was a murder at the Sinclair house? It's terrible. And I was only there the other day too. They bought the last of my patented multi-purpose poison. Patented multi-purpose poison? Ah, a miracle of modern apothecaries. This exclusive concoction has been tested on all known forms of life and has been proven to kill them in all varying dilutions, from cockroaches to king dragons. So incredibly versatile, it can be used as a pest control, a cleansing agent, a drain cleaner, metal polish, and a washes whiter than white, all without a uniquely fragrant concoction that is immediately recognizable across the land as Peter Potter's patented poison potion. The salesman stops for breath. I'd love to sell you some, but I've sold out recently. That's just how good it is. 328 people in this area alone cannot be wrong. 9 out of 10 poisoners prefer it in controlled tests. Can I help you with anything else? Perhaps I can take your name and add it to our mailing list of poison users. We will only send you information related to the use of poison and other Peter Potter products. No, it's okay, really. Gosh. Who did you sell poison to at the house? Well, Peter Potter's patented multi-purpose poison is a product of such obvious quality that I am glad to say that I managed to sell a bottle to each of the Sinclairs. Anna, Bob, Carol, David, Elizabeth, and Frank all bought a bottle. In fact, they bought the last of my supplies. May I take your name and address, and I will personally come and visit you when stocks return? No, it's okay. Can I buy some poison? I'm afraid I'm totally out of stock at the moment after my successful trip to Sinclair's house the other day. But don't worry, our factories are working overtime to produce Peter Potter's patented multi-purpose poison. Possibly the finest multi-purpose poison and cleaner yet available to the general market. And its unique fragrance makes it the #1 choice for cleaners and exterminators the whole country over. Okay, sir. Really gassing up your own product. I have this pot I found at the murder scene. You show the poison salesman the pot you found at the murder scene with that unusual smell. Yes, that smells exactly like my patented multi-purpose poison, but I don't see how it could be. It quite clearly says on the label of all bottles, not to be taken eternally, and extremely poisonous. Perhaps someone else put it in his wine? Yes, I suppose that could have happened. Special dialogue if the Ferminic trials have been started. Interesting. Okay, so when we go back to the mansion... So that whole castle was given to the knights for whatever reason. Interesting. Where the freak is Carol? There. I'm here to help the guards with their investigation. I'll ask what you want to know then. What do you think was responsible? I don't know. I think it's very convenient that you have arrived here so soon after it happened. Maybe it was you. I hate this so much. Where were you when the murder happened? Why? Are you accusing me of something? You seem to have a very high opinion of yourself. I was in my room, if you must know, alone. I have a punctuation problem with these earlier quests. You recognize this thread? You show Carol the thread found at the crime scene. It's some red thread. It looks kind of like the same material as my trousers, but obviously it's not. Why'd you buy poison the other day? I don't see what on earth it has to do with you, but the drain outside was blocked, and as nobody else was here has the intelligence to even unblock a simple drain, I felt I had to do it myself. Yes, so let's check on this drain. The drain is totally blocked. It really stinks. Oh, it really smells bad. It's clear nobody's cleaned it recently. Let me talk to a god. How did Lord Sinclair die? Well, it's all very mysterious. Mary, the maid, found the body in the study next to his bedrooms on the east wing of the ground floor. The door was found locked from the inside, and he seemed to have been stabbed, but there was an odd smell in the room. Frankly, I'm snubbed. I know who did it. I have conclusive proof who the killer was. You do? That's excellent work. Let's hear it then. I don't think it was an intruder, and I don't think Lord Sinclair was killed by being stabbed. Really? Why not? Nobody heard the guard dog barking, which it would have if it had been an intruder who was responsible. Nobody heard any signs of a struggle either. I think the knife was there to throw suspicion away from the real culprit. Yes, that makes sense, but who did do it then? You proved the thread matches Carol's clothes. Yes, I'd have to agree with that, but we need more evidence. You proved Carol did not use poison on the drain. Excellent work. Have you considered a career as a detective? But I'm afraid it's still not quite enough. You matched Carol's fingerprints with those on the dagger found in the body of Lord Sinclair. Yes, there's no doubt about it. It must have been Carol who killed her father. All the guards must congratulate you on your excellent work in helping us to solve this case. We don't have many murders here in Gillinor, and I'm afraid we wouldn't have been able to solve it by ourselves. We will hold her here under house arrest until such time as we bring her to trial. You have our gratitude, and I'm sure the rest of the families as well, and in helping to apprehend the murderer. I'll just take the evidence from you now. Hand over all the evidence. Please accept this reward from the family. Very oddly specific number of happening XP, but okay. Cool, I'll take it. Only 2,000 coins were worth anything these days. Oh. Boom. Level 42 crafting. With all this stuff. Okay. What are the other ones have to say? Apparently you aren't as stupid as you look. But they all have the same things to say. Thank you for your help serving them or whatever. I'm not going to talk to every single person. What about Carol? Apparently you aren't as stupid as you look. Seriously? Doesn't have a witty line or something? Well, okay then. Yes, this quest is a direct requirement for King's Ransom and Recipe for Disaster. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Alright, cool. Guess that's it for Murder Mystery. I'll catch you guys in the next one.